This is a Skyjack SJ46AJS. This is an articulated boom. Those who intend to use any machine with characteristics of weight, height, width, length or complexity which differ significantly to the training they have received should ensure that they receive a familiarisation to cover the differences. It is the employer's responsibility to ensure that all operators using equipment are adequately trained and familiarised to comply with current health and safety legislation. Machine-specific familiarisation should follow on from basic training and cover the manufacturer's instructions and warnings, features of the specific model, control functions, safety devices and emergency lowering procedures. All of the above are to be found in the operator's manual supplied with the machine. The maximum working height is 16.1 metres or 52 foot 8 inches. The maximum platform height is 14.1 metres or 46 foot 3 inches. The maximum horizontal reach is 7.68 metres or 25 foot 2 inches. The overall length of the machine is 6.5 metres or 21 foot 4 inches. The overall width of the machine is 2.2 metres or 7 foot 4 inches. The weight of the machine with foam-filled tyres is 6,981 kilograms, but please refer to the serial plate located on the chassis of the machine. Platform rotation is 180 degrees. The turret rotation is 360 degrees. The gradability of the machine is 45%. The operator's manual is located in the black box in the platform. Ensure that the manual is the correct type for the machine and that it is a full copy. Identify the thorough examination plate and ensure that the machine is in date. Always ensure that you carry out a pre-use inspection of the machine in accordance with any training that you have received. If you do find a fault, isolate, tag and report the machine. Do not attempt any repairs to the machine. Ensure that any pins, retainers are in good condition and fully secure. Check the condition of wheels, wheel nuts. Check the condition of welds to ensure that there is no damage or cracks on welds. On the machine there are various labels, or sometimes referred to as decals. Safety red indicates danger. Safety orange indicates warning. Safety yellow indicates caution. Safety green indicates emergency lowering. And safety blue indicates safety information. Hydraulic ramping. Your machine may have hydraulic ramping built into it by design. This means that the machine may not stop immediately when a controller is released. Number 1. Base off platform key switch. 2. Hour meter. 3. Engine fault. 4. Fly boom extend and retract switch. 5. Start, function enable and emergency power switch. 6. Platform rotation switch. 7. Turret rotation switch. 8. Main boom or primary boom raise and lower switch. 9. Platform leveling override switch. 10. Riser or lower boom raise and lower switch. 11. Jib up and down switch. 12. Glow plug for diesel machines. 13. Red emergency stop button. 14. Engine diagnosis switch. 15. Circuit breakers. Number 1. Emergency power unit. 2. Horn push button. 3. Status indicator pilot lights. A. Foot switch. This light illuminates when foot switch is depressed A 15-second anti-tie down feature deactivates the foot switch when the operator depresses it for 15 seconds without activating any function. B. Chassis tilt. This light illuminates when the aerial platform chassis is at an inclination that activates the tilt sensor. At this inclination, an audible alarm will sound at the platform. C. Overload light. This red light indicates overload status. D. Engine. This light indicates failure in the engine control system. E. Fuel. This light indicates low fuel level. F. Glow plug for diesel. This light illuminates until the glow plugs have completed their timed cycle. When the lamp goes out, the engine is ready to start. Number 4. Red emergency stop button. 5. Low and high throttle switch. 6. Torque switch. 7. Engine start on and off switch. 8. Drive and steer controller. 9. Differential lock switch. 10. Jib up and down switch. 11. Fly boom extend and retract switch. 12. Riser or secondary boom raise and lower switch. 13. Platform leveling override switch. 14. Platform rotation switch. 15. This is a dual axis controller for primary boom raise and lower or turret rotate left and right. Function tests are designed to discover any malfunctions before the aerial platform is put into service. The operator must understand and follow step-by-step instructions to test all aerial platform functions. Never use a malfunction aerial platform. If malfunctions are discovered, the platform must be tagged, isolated and reported, and repairs carried out only by qualified service technicians. Prior to performing function tests, be sure to read the operator's manual in starting the machine correctly. Allow the engine to warm up a few minutes at low speed before applying any hydraulic load. If it is cold weather, cold temperatures can affect the performance of the platform. Braking response and other functions may be delayed. Test all functions several times before they are at the acceptable operating performance. When operating any boom or drive function, a motion alarm should sound. In the engine compartment, turn the main power disconnect switch to the on position. The charge indicator needle should move and stay within the green area. In the green area, this means that the battery is adequately charged. This also indicates that the charging system is working properly. If charge indicator level is reasonably within the yellow or red area, start the engine and recharge battery before using any elevating function. After recharging the battery for 15 to 30 minutes, turn the engine off and ensure the charge indicator needle is now in the green area. Please note, if the charge indicator needle is still within the yellow or the red area, inspect the battery and the charging system for fault and do not elevate boom because emergency lowering system may not function properly. Close all cowlings before proceeding to the next item. At the base controls, pull out the red emergency stop. The emergency stop light should continuously illuminate and glow plug light should turn on and turn off after a slight delay. Turn the key to the base position. Start the engine using the engine start button. Once the engine is up and running, push in the emergency stop button. This should stop the engine and all functions should cease. Pull out the emergency stop button and restart the engine. Your machine is equipped with a function enable switch on all boom functions. Without pressing the function enable switch, now operate all boom functions. Because we are not holding the function enable switch, no boom or platform functions should operate. Now hold the function enable switch and activate each boom and platform function in turn. Because we are now holding the function enable switch, all boom and platform functions should operate as selected. To test the platform self-leveling, lower the boom to the stowed position. Adjust the platform to a level position using the platform level switch. Raise the primary boom up and down through a full cycle. The platform should remain level at all times. To test the emergency power, on the base control console, push in the red emergency stop button to turn the engine off. On the platform control console, also push in the red emergency stop button. Please note, to conserve battery power, test each function through a partial cycle. On the base control console, pull out the red emergency stop button. Turn the key to the base position. Select the emergency power position from the start function and activate each boom function. All selected functions should operate. Please note, the emergency power unit has a 2-minute duty cycle. To test the platform control console, make sure that the base red emergency stop is pulled out and the key switch is turned to the platform. Climb into the platform using 3 points of contact. Ensure that you're wearing your full body harness and lanyard and that your carabiner is attached to the anchorage point. Ensure there are no personnel or obstructions in the area and that there is sufficient room to drive the machine and lift the machine. To test the platform emergency stop, start the engine by selecting the start switch in the platform. Please note, your foot should be off the foot switch. Push in the red emergency stop button. The engine should shut down and the aerial platform functions should not operate. Test the foot switch. Pull out the red emergency stop button. Ensure the engine enable switch is on the on position. Do not start the engine. If your machine is equipped with a generator, make sure this switch to the off position. Depress and hold the foot switch and attempt to start the engine by selecting engine start. The engine should not start. Without depressing the foot switch, try and start the engine. The engine should now start. With the engine running and without depressing the foot switch, test each boom and platform function in turn. No functions should operate. Please note, a 15-second anti-tie down feature deactivates the foot switch when the operator depresses it for 15 seconds without activating any function. Test the steering. Pull out the red emergency stop switch. Start the engine by selecting start position from the engine start switch. Depress and hold the foot switch. To turn the wheels left and to turn the wheels right, press the rocker switch on top of the drive steer controller. To test the drive function, ensure the path of the intended motion is clear. Ensure the boom is in the stowed position and the fly boom is fully retracted. Depress and hold the foot switch. Slowly move the drive steer controller in a forward or reverse direction until the platform begins to move, and then return the handle to the center position. Please note, when driving on a slope greater than 30%, the platform capacity is limited to 136 kilograms. The platform must be between the non-steer wheels and must be on the downside of the hill. When the slope increases to above 45%, the forward drive is disabled, but reverse drive remains active. There are 3 function tests to carry out to test the drive speed. Firstly, depress and hold the foot switch. Raise the main boom or primary boom 1.2 meters above ground and then slowly move the drive steer controller to the full drive position. Next, extend the fly boom approximately 30 centimeters or 12 inches and then slowly move the drive steer controller to the full drive position. And lastly, raise the riser boom or secondary boom approximately 1.2 meters above the ground. In all of these cases, the maximum achievable drive speed should be significantly less than the stowed drive speed. If this is not the case, isolate, tag and report the machine.
When you're in the platform and positioned over an axle, the direction you'll be facing will be forwards.
Please note the drive orientation can change when the turret is swung 90 degrees off centre of the normal drive-in position. Drive reorientation will not occur while driving and rotating until the joystick is released for 6 seconds or when the foot switch is released. Test load sensing system. Push in the red emergency stop button. Now pull out the red emergency stop button, and after 4 seconds of time, the red light and audible alarm pulls 2 times. This indicates the system is active and that there are no faults. To test the horn, push the button. The horn should sound. To test the brakes, restart the engine and move the aerial platform to a firm, level surface to ensure similar traction on the left and right wheels. Ensure the boom is in the stowed position. Depress and hold the foot switch and drive the aerial platform first forwards and then reverse. Remove your foot from the foot switch. The aerial platform should come to an abrupt stop. If the aerial platform does not stop immediately, or if there's an aerial platform pulls to one side while stopping, do not operate aerial platform until brake adjustments have been checked. To test the differential lock switch, before engaging the differential lock, ensure the drive steer controller is in the neutral position. On the platform control console, push the diff lock switch forward to the lock position and then release. The differential light should turn on. This means the differential lock is engaged. Pull differential lock switch backwards to the unlocked position and then release. The differential light should turn off. Differential lock will disengage when the drive torque is released. To test the oscillating axles, extend the fly boom 30 cm while on a firm, level ground. The steer axles should now be locked. Drive one of the steer tyres up onto a 15 cm, 6 inches block or curb. The appropriate tilt of the aerial platform chassis should occur. Retract the fly boom while in the tilt position. The steer axles should unlock and the aerial platform chassis should level itself to the ground. Shutdown procedure. Completely retract boom and lower platform. Push in red emergency stop button on both the platform and base control consoles. Turn the key switch to the off position and remove the key. Turn the main power disconnect switch to the off position and use a padlock to secure it if necessary. Chassis tilt. This gives you information with regards to recovering from an inclined position. When the boom is raised or extended, the aerial platform must only be operated on firm, level surfaces. Inside the operator's manual, there is a procedure for bringing the platform down in the platform uphill position and the platform downhill position. Please refer to this to ensure that you operate it in the correct manner. From the platform, test emergency power. When operating on auxiliary power, do not operate more than one function at a time to avoid overloading the 12-volt auxiliary pump motor, and do not use the emergency power unit continuously for more than 2 minutes. To conserve battery power, test each function through a partial cycle. At the platform control console, push in the red emergency stop button to turn the engine off. Pull out the red emergency stop button. Select on position from the engine enable switch. Depress and hold the foot switch. Push and hold the emergency power switch and activate each function, control, handle or switch. This should allow all boom and steer functions to operate. Drive functions should not operate. The Skyjack SGE system features a sensor bar that when pushed instantly stops all functions and initiates an audible siren and high intensity flashing beacon. If the bar is released within 1 second, the siren and beacon will cease and the selected functions will return. If however the pressure is applied for more than 1 second, the siren and beacon will continue to activate and the engine will stop, halting all functions until it has been reset. The reset button is in the top left of the upper control platform. The applicable emergency controls can still be operated to bring the platform down to ground safely.